All right, what have we got cooking tonight? A half case of Leaf Autograph mini helmets. We haven't opened those in a while. And a full case of Optic football, which is our last case of Optic. Yeah, I know, right? It seems like we should have more. I don't know why we don't have. Well, I do know why we don't have more, because they wouldn't give us any more. that's all they would give me. Okay, so before we start ripping into things, you know the drill. We got information to go over, so let's get rolling with that. First thing up, feedback. It's completely automated, and that is so you don't ever have to wait on me. Whenever you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. And of course, if you leave negative feedback, like the guy today who was mad because he got a pack of cards when he didn't hit in the break, well, you will not automatically get positive feedback in return for that. but if you leave positive feedback, you'll automatically get positive in return. And of course, the most important thing, thank you guys and gals for being here and joining me, spending part of your evening breaking with me, chatting with me. And those of you, of course, who bid with me on eBay to keep all this fun stuff running, I appreciate you. Taking a look now at the breaks that are coming up over the next few days. So it's kind of a, I don't know, kind of a light schedule, I guess, but not to worry. They're going to be kicking us back into high gear before you know it with massive amounts of new releases. So we're just going to kind of clear the decks between now and then. Tomorrow night is a full case of Bowman Draft Jumbo. The thing you need to know about that, Paper Base isn't going out to the teams. It has its own bidding category. So going out to the teams will be all the chrome cards, numbered cards, autograph cards, inserts, and parallels. But all the paper cards that don't fall into one of those categories go into that bidding category that literally says, I think, like paper base cards or something like that. Sunday is an off night. I was supposed to go do a little tech support for my dad and my stepmom, but if we get all this stupid winter weather we're supposed to get, I might just be here working instead. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. On Monday, we will do Gold Rush Gem Mint Basketball. That is 12 packs in that thing. And in this case, the 12 packs make up a box, and the box is the same as a case. So that's why it says full box / case. We will also open more Leaf Best of Football, which has been phenomenal for us so far this year. More Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball, another one we've been pulling really nice stuff out of. And we will finish up our Bowman's Best Baseball on Monday night. That'll be the last case of that I have on hand as well. Tuesday, we're going to rock into a triple play baseball box. It's a new series, so a different group of possible players than we had in the last couple of breaks. 3 autographed items in there, a jersey, a ball, and a photograph. We will also open a 4th case of Contenders football on Tuesday night. Wednesday, we do have one new release product coming out, and it's Crown Royal basketball. So on Wednesday, we will open that along with the back half of this case of Leaf mini football helmets that we're going to start tonight, and then we'll break more Leaf Best of Football on Wednesday as well. So that's what our days ahead look like for tonight. There's lots of information on this page, so let's hit the highlights. First of all, my mailman reminded me today that we don't have any mail on Monday. Yikes. From the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. So that means nothing will be picked up. I may print labels on Monday. You may get shipping notices on Sunday or Monday, but they won't actually be picked up and go out the door until Tuesday, guys, because of the postal holiday on Monday. Free shipping break tonight, that's our Leaf mini helmets. Anytime you do a free shipping break with me, it's going to go out the door. On average, I project it out 6 or 7 days after the auction ends, which means it will be on the way to you no later than Friday the 25th, a week from today. More than likely, it will be out sooner than that, but it shouldn't be any later than that. And our paid shipping break tonight is Optic Football, projected out for Tuesday, because guess what? I can't project it for Sunday or Monday, because yikes, no mail. Now, the last thing you need to know, consolation cards. Don't worry about that if you're in Optic, because everybody in Optic, all those teams are going to pull cards. If you're in this mini helmet break, though, and your team is not pulled, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. Can be from any year, any series. Keep track of it for a rolling 90 days. Typically, when it's a free shipping break, hang on to those consolation cards. I send them out the next time you have a package coming your way. If you don't want it held and you want it sent right away, all you got to do is send me a little note on eBay. I will hook you up. So first up tonight, it is the start of a new case. 4 boxes of 2018 Leaf Autograph Mini Football Helmets half case break, break number 13. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Friday night, the 18th of January. You've got team names on the left-hand side, the user ID of our winning bidders across from each team on the right. And of course, a brand new spreadsheet will go up before the start of every break. So if you're not in this one, not to worry. You are going to have a chance to see your name up there shortly. For those of you who might be wondering, we may have a team or two available in Optic. I'm going to check on that after we finish the mini helmets. We'll see where we are, but it is possible that there would maybe be a team or two available coming up for that. You probably noticed right there that the background went out of focus. That was on purpose. Don't worry. You're not going, your vision's not going blurry. We're going to be able to see everything just fine. Now, since this is the start of a new case, I'm taking all 8 of these out of here. And I'm going to number it on the end, each one of them. And then use random.org to make a determination as to which ones we open tonight, and then which ones are going to be in the next break number whatever, 14, I think. Can I squeeze all those on there? Oh, I can. Look at that. See, it's the little things that make me happy. Like being able to fit them 4 across. I know, I'm so easily amused. Almost got them. Okay. Now, while I'm numbering, let's see who's in chat. So who's here tonight? Greg's here, Jay Allen, Jordan, Ezekiel. Jordan, you need the Giants, the Colts, and the Dolphins. Brandon, what did you say? Ooh, Brandon's request is in all caps. Dang, man, it must be a serious one. I gotta take my time on that one. Hang on. I gotta see what that one says. Oh man, yeah, that's a tough pull, Brandon. Dang. The vinyl gold auto, man, all right. I'm gonna tap into the mojo on that one, but whew, I don't know. Jay Allen, you had to run out. You're going to come back. All right, cool. Dirty Dog, you need the Browns and the Jets. Buckeye's here. Hi, Buckeye. Brandon, you said, what's up with the Patriots? What do you mean? Oh, never mind. You're looking for Optic. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Now I'm all caught up on chat. I'm all proud of myself for getting caught up. Like I said, it's the little things that make me happy. So here's what's happening right now. I'm going to type in 1 through 8. Pretty simple. Hit random 1 single time. First 4 numbers that come up, we'll open those corresponding boxes tonight. The remaining 4, of course, will be in the next break. And what does it give us? 1, 5, 2, and 8. So 1, 2, 5, 8 tonight. Oh, good. I don't even have to move 1 and 2. How handy is that? Making my life easy. I don't need that or that. And we do need that, right? All right, there we have 1, 2, 5, and 8. Let me get these other 4 slid back into their case. I'll be right back with you. Okie dokie, I'm going to move these kind of out of the way so that we just do one at a time in an effort to not knock the camera over, because we all know I tend to occasionally do that when I have a lot of stuff or big stuff on the table. I send the camera flying, and then, then I got to worry about motion sickness and all that stuff. Brandon, yes, the next break after this will be Optic. Just 2 breaks tonight, this and Optic. Well, it's Pittsburgh Steeler. It's a Steeler I would have wanted Yeah, I don't know, a few months ago. There's still plenty of people that want it. Don't worry. It is Leaf authenticated there on the back. That is Mr. Le'Veon Bell. You have a Leaf authenticated, it's a little credit card type COA on the inside there. And the Steelers are first out tonight with Le'Veon Bell. Ay, ay, ay. First Le'Veon, then Antonio. Chris Boswell went to you-know-where in a handbasket this year in terms of his skill set. So my killer bees kind of turned into like swatted dead bees or something. It was not a good year for my killer bees. However, this is a good break for the Jets because look who I have for you. That's your rookie QB, Sam Darnold, none other than Beckett authenticated there on the back. Little Beckett COA you can kind of see hiding inside there. And the Jets come out with a Sam Darnold liking that. Jay Allen, you had 30 auctions and with a seller, $1 or $2 each. You've been waiting for an invoice. Oh, and the guy hadn't sent it. You got to keep checking back and forth. Yeah, you know what? If he had a ton of stuff ending, you'd be surprised how long it takes to get the invoices out. Not because it takes all that long to do it yourself, but eBay is slow, man. It's like to get the pages to load, and then you got to enter the stuff, and then you got to wait for eBay again, and wait for eBay again. It takes longer than you might think. So if he's got loads of them, that's probably the deal. Darius Geis comes out. That, of course, is going to the Redskins. This is on his collegiate helmet for LSU, which will go to his current team, the Redskins. Leaf authenticated sticker there on the back. Little Leaf COA hanging out inside there, which you can barely see because the Bowman logo on my map's trying to reflect on there instead. Buckeye, you said you thought the Steelers were due. Do you have Steelers in here tonight, Buckeye? I don't know if you do or not. Dirty Dog, we got one you needed? Yeah, that's right. You needed the Jets, right? Yeah. You needed the Browns and the Jets. Because we were talking in messages, and I said we would have to try to fire up the mojo for you because we didn't hit your Barry Sanders the other night. So look at that. We did pretty good for you, didn't we? Every once in a while, a plan comes together, doesn't it? If you have the Tennessee Titans, a plan just came together for you because that is Marcus Mariota. Nice hit. Beckett authenticated on the back. A little Beckett paper COA inside there. And as a whole, I think we had a pretty good half case there. And this is kind of the difference between Leaf and TriStar, which, you know, we've been opening TriStar. And they have a few current players, but they have a lot of Hall of Famers and that type stuff. And Leaf is a lot more active players and not as many Hall of Famers. That's why I open some of each usually, because they're kind of a different way that they go, each one of them. So to recap, Marcus Mariota and the Titans making somebody happy. Darius Geis for the Redskins. There's your authentication for that. Of course, again, on that LSU collegiate helmet going to his current team, which is the Redskins. That handsome Sam Darnold helmet for the Jets is an awesome hit for Dirty Dog. Then Le'Veon Bell for the Pittsburgh Steelers coming out. So that's our half case of Leaf mini helmets. Again, the back half of this case, we're going to bust into, what did I say? I had it up there a minute ago. How did I already forget? Wednesday night, maybe? I know. I'm going to have to take something for my brain, aren't I? Some for my memory. All right, we've got those out of the way. Let me get our case up here for Optic, and we're going to put the spreadsheet up for that. Make sure I got the right thing. It'd be bad. I like bust into a case of Contenders or something. We did that the other night. You guys, some of you might have been watching when I had the first off the line, and I meant to grab first off the line Optic, and I started opening it up and getting it out, and it was first off the line Prism Basketball. I was like, dang it. Had one labeled wrong. It happens. Alrighty. For anybody who did not see this before, No mail on Monday, holiday. Mini helmets out if you hit it. No later than Friday a week from today, probably sooner. Optic that we're about to open on the way to you should be on Tuesday, because no mail on Monday. Don't think I can get it ready to go tomorrow. Maybe, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Short post office day. And of course, consolation card info, you know the drill, or it's written up there at the top. It's also in the description. Hit me up with any questions about that. 12-box case of 2018 Optic football. This is a full case break number 8. This is the last of the Optic, sadly. So when we have this one, we won't have any more regular Optic this year. Now, we'll have Contenders Optic that'll come out, I don't know, in a month or so. We'll have that, of course. Same format that you are accustomed to, with the team names on one side, and your name is up in lights across from your team on the opposite side. Forgot what I was saying there for a minute. If you're the winning bidder. I forgot what I was saying because I was trying to remember who asked me if they had the Patriots in here, and I'm like, was trying to think, did I make a copy and paste error? I hope not, but anyway, that's what happens. My brain just goes wandering off in a completely other direction occasionally. Jay Allen, you said TriStar, I'm going to paraphrase, blows compared to Leaf. You know, I don't know that I don't really characterize it quite like that, but there are definitely two different schools of thought collecting wise. So there are active players in Leaf, but they do focus more on Hall of Famers and stuff like that than probably Leaf does. But at the same time, you can pull some stuff out of TriStar that you can't really pull anywhere else. So it's not, I wouldn't say that it blows in comparison to Leaf, but it is a very different sort of checklist. And they don't, of course, ever give us a quote-unquote checklist, but it's just from all the cases of it that we've opened. Both of jerseys from TriStar and Leaf, and helmets from TriStar and Leaf. I mean, you kind of get a feel for what's going on there, and definitely Leaf focuses, I think, more on the current players. And a lot of times you can kind of get an idea of what you might expect with TriStar if you take a look at some of the people they have signing. Because, you know, TriStar does like the autograph pavilion at the National, and they do other autograph signings at other regional card shows. And then, of course, they do signings that are for them specifically. Anyway, if you look through the list of people that they have signing at those big events on an annual basis, you can usually get kind of an idea of who you might be likely to pull out of some of their stuff in the days ahead, if that makes sense. So, Dirty Dog, you are not in Optic tonight, so you are out of here. Oh, man, you know what? I forgot to check on the unpaid teams. Daggone it. Hang on. So we've got, I can't leave your view because, well, I've got cards open and a box open. So I'm going to have to let you look at that for a minute while I look and see where we are over here. So it looks like, you know what? I think we are good to rock and roll, kids. How about that? It all worked out. So it's a good thing I didn't even have to worry about it, did I? So there you go. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. All right, so we are back on track. Yeah, Jay Allen, no mail on Monday. Banks are closed. In my city, there's no, recycling pickup or garbage pickup or any of that kind of stuff for Martin Luther King Day. Of course, you would say most of the government offices would be closed, but they've been kind of closed anyway because of the whole government shutdown thing. So, yeah. Dale wants to buy that Le'Veon Bell mini helmet. So whoever has the Le'Veon Bell mini helmet, if you want to sell it, sounds like Dale is in the market. Now we've got to find your Tom Brady vinyl gold autograph. That is a tall order, Brandon. I mean, like, that might take up all the mojo I had for the week. I'll try it. I'll try to conjure it, but I don't know about that now. That's a tough ask, man. But I would love to pull it for you. So maybe we will. Stranger things have happened. Plenty of times that you guys will come into chat or send a message ahead of time even sometimes and say, hey, you know, I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. Let's try and get it. And we'll pull like exactly what you're looking for. So sometimes it works. You never know. Jay Allen, yeah, I'm with you. I definitely like some old school autographs from our Hall of Fame guys and retired guys. You said sometimes you think the ones in TriStar are very obscure. Yeah, maybe some of them are. But they also do a really nice job with pulling some stuff that you wouldn't get anywhere else. Or very seldom find anywhere else. So they both TriStar and Leaf, I think, have their place in the market. But they are two very different sort of vibes, which is again why I tend to open some of each. We kind of flip it around, try to bring out the best, give you the best, the blah 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 blah, give you the best of both worlds. Okay, now we finally got all these silly cards out of their packs. It is one autograph per box. We're going to find plenty of refractors. They are also known as prisms. I am inclined to call them both things. So whichever thing you might hear me say at any given time, it is the same thing, a refractor and a prism. This is numbered to 299. Anytime you see one with what that is kind of like a Carolina sort of blue, it will be numbered to 299. When we find one, that looks like a points card. Is it? No, it's not. When we find one that is a royal blue, like a Kentucky blue, a UK blue, those are lower numbered to 149. We'll find orange ones. Those are to 199. Purple ones are to 50. I don't know. I can't remember the rest. All right. So, Greg, you want the Chiefs to win on Sunday. You know that I would like to see that happen because I like little Patrick Mahomes and I like watching that kid play. So I would be completely 100% fine with the Chiefs winning on Sunday. I think the Saints and the Rams will be, I think both games are going to be really good, frankly. So they're probably going to be really high scoring affairs in both cases. You know, we'll be seeing those scores like that last Chiefs-Patriots game. What was it, 40-something to 40-something? I mean, like some stupid, crazy thing. This is Cam Newton. That is numbered to 99. Anytime you see the red, it's to 99. That is for the Panthers. Freddie, you are good to go, my friend. I checked it a minute ago and saw that you were in there. So we are good to go, my friend. That is Dak Prescott to 199. Again, the orange to 199 for the Cowboys. Jay Allen, you need the Titans. Marcus Mariota. You want the vinyl too? Dang, man, you guys are working my mojo overtime tonight. You want 2 vinyls out of 1 case? Well, it could happen. I think it might be, it might put us into mojo overdrive, but I'm going to try it. To 149, Cortland Sutton and the Broncos. So you got here just in time to see your first numbered card come out, Freddie. That's to 299, James Washington and the Steelers. I think for the most part, I should probably be waiting, we'll put most of those in sleeves after the fact so we can kind of keep on trucking, not slow things down too tremendously. To 299, Eli Manning. Legend Series, we'll find tons of those. That one was Joe Namath, and of course wasn't a refractor, wasn't unnumbered or anything like that. Yeah, Jay Allen, I got to tell you what, it is, out of all the Optic that I have opened, it is rare to find the one-of-one gold vinyl and Optic. So yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You guys, if we pulled 2 out of here, we need to all go out and play the lottery. Meanwhile, the Browns are off to a good start. There is Baker Mayfield with the downtown card, and I believe that will probably net you a couple $100 or something close to that. Our case hit comes out right away. That's why you kept wondering why I was shuffling that one little pile of cards, saving it for last, because I had gotten a little tiny glimpse. I knew our case hit was in there. It is a Bronco. I'm going to make Freddie happy right away. It is numbered to 35, Royce Freeman. You've got your two-color relic and sticker autograph. Of course, the case hit is the relic hit. And that's the only one of these those we'll see tonight, unless Panini goes crazy and suddenly gives us some extra ones, which they really never do. Greg, you think Saints on Sunday? I think either team could win that game, Saints or the Rams. I do tend to think that the Saints have a tiny bit of an advantage over the Rams. But it's a very, very small advantage, and it's mostly, you know, it mostly involves Drew Brees and Taysom Hill, and I think that they can both do some interesting things, and not that Jared Goff can't, because he can, but I just think New Orleans is going to be tough to get around. And you got Kamara, and Michael Thomas has been on fire, and I don't know. Definitely, you got to go through New Orleans to get to Atlanta. In this case, not geographically, obviously. So I think we could end up with the Saints-Chiefs Super Bowl. But of course, I also, maybe it's wishful thinking that I'm saying the Patriots are vulnerable. I don't know, because I kind of thought they would be maybe a little vulnerable against the Chargers, and then, my goodness, they just made the Chargers look like a 6th grade team. So I think the lesson there is, do not assume the Patriots are going to be vulnerable at playoff time, no matter who is on the roster. They could probably put me on the roster and somehow still win. Johnny, all the cards do ship in this break. Guys, anytime you do a break with me, unless it says something otherwise in the description, like the upcoming Bowman draft that we have, all the cards will ship. So whenever you look at the description, if you scroll down to the part where it gives you the date and time and the quantity and the name of the product, right in that same area, if there's any kind of special notations that you need to know, like something has its own bidding category, or base doesn't ship, or whatever the little notation would be, it would be right in that area. And it's always in really huge type size, and usually a different color too, to try to make it stand out. So you guys should always check that, because sometimes I do have things where not all the cards ship. And so it's always a good idea to check that little area. But for the most part, I'd say 95% of my breaks, all the cards will ship. Something like that. All right, we have Calvin Ridley out for the Atlanta Falcons. And that is another downtown insert. So we're 2 boxes in and 2 downtown inserts. That's to 299 for the Falcons. Mark, yes, we have had some Broncos hit. Is that actually Freddie using Mark's phone? If it is, then yeah, Freddie, we have had a Bronco hit right after you came on, in fact, I think. And so if you missed it, we do recap everything at the end of the night, so you'll be able to see it then. Rashad Penny and the Seahawks, that is a rated rookie refractor. That's a hard-signed autograph, such as it is. This is another guy that, like a whole class of rookies that just like to sign their initials this year. That was numbered to 99. That's to 199 for the Broncos. And there's just a base refractor, prism, whatever you want to call it, Christian McCaffrey refractor. And I see there, Jay Allen was answering that in there for me too. Thank you, Jay Allen. You always jump in there and help me out. I appreciate that. You guys that jump in and answer questions for me. That is to $2.99 for the Falcons. Because, you know, sometimes I don't see the chat for a few minutes, or sometimes I overlook one unintentionally, a comment here or there. So it's always good when you all pitch in. So I appreciate that. That is $199 Devonta Freeman. $299 Royce Freeman. It's all about the Freemans instead of all about the Benjamins. We have a black velocity for the Bengals. Should be numbered to 25. It's Malik Jefferson. And it is numbered to 25. Did you just say you heard a loud truck? Did one go by outside? See, I didn't even catch it. Jay Allen, I know he listens on headphones, so he hears all kinds of background stuff, like when my cats go crazy and jump into the wrappers and the packing peanuts, and when they fight with each other and all the other insanity that they always like to do at night. To 149, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. So Jay Allen always hears all the ambient stuff because of the headphones. He just said loud truck. I'm assuming he means it went by here, but I didn't even hear it. I just tuned it out, I guess. Like you have to do when you're on a plane. Do you ever get on a plane and there will be a kid just screaming the whole flight? Not that I don't like kids, okay? I like kids, but what I do not like are kids that scream for 3 hours or 4 hours straight while you're flying across the country and they're sitting, you know, right behind you, and somebody's bouncing them around so they're a foot from your ear. Yeah, that I don't like, but it happens. I got to get those noise-canceling headphones, I think. That's the kind of groove I need when I fly, I believe. Really? You've never, ever been on a plane, Jay Allen? Yeah, you know, my dad has flown before, but my dad always has preferred to drive. He does not like, I guess, he enjoys driving. It's not that he doesn't like flying, it's just he does like driving. I am quite the opposite. I do not really care for driving. I didn't mind when I was younger. But these days, I started to say I much prefer flying, but maybe that was I much preferred it before we spent 10 hours getting through TSA checkpoints. Now I just sort of prefer it. But yeah, that is, so never been on a plane. Just don't want to? No desire to fly? Or some people, you know, some people get claustrophobic and don't want to get on for that reason. And there's all kinds of reasons why some people like flying and some people don't. But I've been back and forth from the West Coast so many times I couldn't even count how many hundreds of thousands of miles I have logged on planes over the years. Not so much anymore, but I used to a lot. And we've almost got it out of there. Whew. So they said that for 2019 Topps Series 1 baseball, which comes out around the corner, comes out on the 30th. You know, that's one that always has so many cards in it. So they said they have reduced the number of packs in the hobby from 36 to 24. So that's helpful. Although they increased the number of cards per pack, so I think your overall card count's pretty close to the same. Traquan Smith and the Saints, that is numbered to 75. Rated Rookie Prism autograph. This will be numbered to 50 for the Patriots. It's Danny Etling. I forgot what I was talking about. I guess it was not important. I was talking about something, but I don't know what it was. So I think I was like in the middle of some such, but whatever was not important. We'll assume. That is Downtown Bradley Chubb, Broncos. So we have had 3 downtowns already, and maybe what? Are we just on our 3rd box? Are we on our 4th box? We're on our 3rd box, I think. We found 1 per box, I think. Yeah, I believe so. In which case, maybe maybe we are going to be in for a good little run tonight. Wouldn't it be nice if we found some extra special stuff in our last case of Optic? Eagles to 299, Ajayi. Top Series 1 is what I was talking about. Yeah, sorry. Jay Allen had to type it in. Yeah, so they did reduce the number of packs in the hobby, so it will be a little quicker to open, but the overall card count stays the same. It's to 149 for the Ravens. So then they announced for the Jumbo that there would be fewer, same number of packs, but there were going to be fewer cards in the Jumbo. So I'm thinking, great, because, you know, like there's a massive amount of cards in the Jumbo case, like 3,000 or something in the case. Torrey Smith, that is, the champ is here. We're going to find a bunch of those inserts. They're all featuring Eagles players of various types. So then when I saw the detailed breakdown, I do see a gold 1/1 coming up. Guess what? They only took out like 4 cards per pack out of the Jumbo. So how stupid is that? Like calling it a reduced card count and they take out like 4 cards. Golden Tate, I don't know why he's facing around backwards. Maybe he's a short print or there's something else going on with him. But he is facing backwards, which in the Panini pack usually means something. So I'm going to set him aside, put him in a sleeve, and we'll try and figure out what that means. But my guess is perhaps some kind of a short print. Kurt Benkert and the Falcons. And and we do have a little one of... Oh, my goodness. Holy crap. Okay, this is not your Tom Brady autograph, but look what in the... Oh boy, look what you just got. That is the Tom Brady downtown 1/1 for the Patriots. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, so you didn't get the autograph, man, but you called all the rest of that. Can you even believe that, Brandon? Like, can you even believe it? You call for a Tom Brady 1/1, and that's what you just got. I mean, that is money in the bank right there. Wow. That is a nice, nice, nice hit. Still 149 for the Bills. Like, that's going to be a lot of money. If you choose to sell that, you're going to get several $100s for that. Like, many hundreds of dollars for that. I know, Brandon. That's what I'm saying. He types in, are you kidding me? Hey, what did I say? I said I would work the mojo, didn't I? I told you I would try. That is crazy. And I told you guys sometimes it works out. You all call for it and you get it. I mean, that one, I'll grant you, it is not autographed, but it's the one, you know, the downtown is good for Tom Brady anyway and doesn't come out all that often. Then you pull it in the 1/1. Yeah. That is a sweet hit right there. Now, Brandon, I will put that in a one-touch for you if you want it in one. Sometimes people are funny about having chrome or optic cards in a one-touch. My personal opinion is it doesn't harm them at all. I mean, we had that super expensive Shohei Ohtani. Went in a one-touch, shipped in a one-touch, and it graded, you know, perfect 10 surface grade. So personally, I think they're fine in there, but some people don't like it. So it is your call. But if you want it, I'll grab one for it at the end of the break. You do want it in there. All right. Then when we finish up, actually, I might go get it after we finish this box. It's not far. It's just slightly behind me on some shelving. I'll grab it and we'll put that handsome fellow in a one-touch case for you. So now, Jay Allen, we've got to just find yours. Because, I mean, I did promise you both that I would try. So I got to try for Jay Allen to see what we can get going there. And, you know, Dirty Dog had asked me in messages before the break if I could find a Browns or a Jets mini helmet for him, and we found Sam Darnold. So I don't know. Maybe wishes are going to come true tonight. We're going to try it. Yeah, Jay Allen says, go ahead and get two one-touch cases, because he thinks he's going to get his too, so I hope we do. Johnny, you need a Jags hit. Okay, we'll do that. And Greg, you need an autograph for, who do you need, Greg? Who do you have in here? Oh, you want one? Oh, the one for Jay Allen. I gotcha. Okay. MVP insert. We'll find a lot of those. That particular one was Fran Tarkenton. Those are not numbered, generally speaking. If we see something that is numbered, I will, of course, point it out and let you know. Legend Series for my Steelers with Rod Woodson. To 199, LaShawn McCoy and the Bills. To 299, you have Justin Watson for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Felt like something was stuck to that, but I guess it wasn't. To 199, the Eagles, Josh Adams. And what else we got in here? For the Colts, to 299, a redemption, which means our hit in this box we're not going to know for a little while, because I am cruel. I give you cruel and unusual punishment, and all the redemptions that we find stay face down right there in that little housekeeping area until the end of the break. Then at the very end of the break tonight, we flip them all over, and then we go to the Panini website. We verify the teams for all of them and find out what they're going to be numbered to as well. Mike White to 99 for the Dallas Cowboys. Then to 50, we have the Carolina Panthers with Greg Olsen. I know, I like it. I like it, Jay Allen. I absolutely like your train of thought that we need to just assume that we're going to hit it. I like that. I think that's the way to approach it. Keenan Allen and the Chargers, that is to 99, the red parallel. And there's an Izzo for the Patriots. And you know, Jay Allen, you were right. You typed in a comment earlier that I think got kind of lost there in the one-of-one Tom Brady-ness of the break. And that is that you said opening the packs takes the longest part of any break. And you're right. It does. It takes so much time. If you compare the number of cards that we have in this case versus what we have in, say, a jumbo out of Series 1 2019, you can do it twice as fast out of that with more cards because there are fewer packs. Anthony Miller, that is another downtown that we don't see very often. And not for nothing, guys, but we are hitting downtowns like insane amounts in this case. We've already hit 5, counting our Tom Brady one-of-one, and we've only opened 4 boxes. So we've hit more than 1 per box so far on those. And as you know, the high-end players can bring several $100s, and even the you don't want to call them less desirable, but even the players who command less money on a general basis still bring pretty good money for those downtown inserts. Oh, that could be, Jay Allen. That redemption could be your gold autograph. It absolutely could be. You never know. Stranger things have happened. And then there's a new product this year. I don't think I've talked to you guys much about it. I haven't looked at it a whole lot myself, but from what little bit I have paid attention, which I'll admit isn't a huge amount. But do you know in Topps how Topps has Archive Signature Series Active Player Edition, where it's, you know, the one autograph card and it is encased, and they're usually fairly low numbered, usually pretty good players, and I think I'll like it and look forward to it. Well, Panini has what I think looks like might be their version of that, and it's a product called Panini One, as in spelled out, the number 1 spelled out, O-N-E. And from the little kind of once over that I gave the marketing materials, I think that's kind of their version of Archive Signature Series Active Player that Topps has. So I'm kind of looking forward to that too. Getting my grubby little mitts on that. And I think I told you already that Honors is coming back this year. So that one we still have to go. Of course, Contenders Optic. We have got Limited will be out. I think the new date indicated the 30th. It was originally due to be the 23rd, and they pushed it back. And then, of course, we've got NT and Flawless left to go as well. So quite a bit of football still to come, and new products along the way. Mark, yes, we have a redemption sitting right there. That's the one I was talking about a minute ago that we pulled out of the last box. So guys, those always stay right there in that housekeeping area until the end of the break. Then any and all redemptions that we have pulled get flipped over at the same time. We go to the Panini website, verify the teams, verify the numbers. So it's always going to be sitting like right there in that little housekeeping area for you until we flip it over. There's a Dalton Schultz refractor, rated rookie Darius Geis. And Jerick McKinnon. Jay Allen, you said when you had Tampa Bay, you got 2 downtown cards, and there were a lot in that case. I couldn't remember the exact number. You said 8. I knew it was a lot. So yeah, maybe we're gonna have that kind of luck again. To 199, that was Marquez Valdes-Scantling and the Packers. We've definitely had a handful of cases where we've had 4 or 5. We had that one case where, it was 7 or 8. And really, I think we only have 1 or 2 cases where we just came out with maybe 1 or 2 downtowns. We've had pretty good luck with those so far. How about that? Marquez Valdes-Scantling with a rated rookie velocity to 25. So Packers, that's a nice autograph hit for you. That's to 149 for the Jets. Yeah, I'm kind of anxious too, Jay Allen, to see what the Panini one comes out to look like, but I need to dig a little deeper into what the materials that they sent us. It's to 149, but at first glance, that's the thing that I think it would most closely be related to as far as products we're all familiar with. Greg, you got your Carson Wentz downtown today. You gonna sell it or keep it? Is it staying in the personal collection or moving on down the line? That was to 299, Eli Manning and the Giants. To 199, Sammy Watkins and the Chiefs. Ray McLeod to 299 for the Bills. I was looking at some information on Beckett today, or in Beckett, and they were comparing the Patrick Mahomes rookie cards and of course from 2017, and where the card prices were in September, like as the season is getting ready to get rolling, versus where they are now and how much they've increased. And the National Treasures, of course, is the big gun there. And in September, that card was selling for around $1,200. And here we are a few short months later, it's up to $4,000. And imagine that if he were to win the Super Bowl, what the card prices would do. I mean, even his, what I would call his more reasonably priced rookie autos, which previously were probably in a $75 to $100 range. Most of them are now $250 to $300 plus. I mean, it's pretty crazy to see how much of an increase he's had this year. Of course, he's, playing like an MVP in his first, even though last year was his rookie year. I mean, this is his first season at the helm, so it makes sense there would be a jump, but I mean, it's been a crazy jump. Crazy, crazy one. Oh, you've already got it up on eBay, Greg. You are on it, man. You've already got the Carson Wentz downtown and then the black. I don't remember who your Black Velocity was, your player, but of course I knew that we were looking for it to arrive, but I couldn't remember who your player was. Jay Allen, you said you sell them all if they win the Super Bowl. You know, I've got to look and see if I have any of his. I know I have some Kareem Hunt because I had somebody in, I want to say it was Origins who had the Chiefs. And of course back then I was a lot more flexible about letting things ride and, you know, getting burned all the time with not getting paid. So we all know I don't do that anymore. But then I still was. And this happened to be somebody that I knew that had bid with me before. So I let the team ride. They ended up never paying for it, which was so weird because they had hits in it. I mean, they had 2 or 3 hits in it. I remember Kareem Hunt was in there. I can't remember if Pat Mahomes was in there or not. But, of course, all those cards, because that was unpaid, just went over there into Card Mountain, where they are never seen or heard from again. So I need to try to dig through Card Mountain on Sunday, maybe, if I end up not going to help my dad with his technical stuff. I might try and dig through and find it. It's to $2.99 for the Cardinals. Well, I don't know, Jay Allen, if I do or not, because, I mean, of course, most of the Chiefs were paid, you know, and the Chiefs is not a team that I buy for myself in other breaks. I tend to buy really just my Steelers most of the time. That's to $2.99, Mark Andrews, if I'm buying into somebody else's break. But, of course, I have unpaid stuff. But most people paid for the Chiefs in 2017 because you had both in there. You know, you had Kareem Hunt as well as Pat Mahomes in that rookie group. Marcus Mariota to $2.99 for the Titans, to $149 Tremaine Edmonds. The only reason I remember that one specifically is because it was somebody that I knew that had bid with me before, and also because they had good hits, and I was just like, why would you not pay for it when you got the hits you wanted? That was so weird. There's Sam Darnold to $149. Of course, I don't know. I'll have to dig through and see what I've got. Probably need to do that anyway. And we have Alex McGough that has come out here for the Seahawks, and that is numbered to 75. Rated rookie Prism autograph there. Looks like our from downtown inserts have slowed down after we got out to such a quick start. They kind of slowed down a little bit now. I'm going to get that case for the Tom Brady while I'm thinking about it. Alrighty, let's go. We'll just go ahead and get Mr. 1 of 1 Tom in his one touch so that he's not sitting over there untended. Not that anything's going to happen to him while he's sitting over there anyway, but I said I was going to do it and then I'd wander off and not get it done, so we just got it done. Is he in there? Yeah. All right. So there he is, all nice and safe and sound now in your holder. I'll try to remember to send that little dealio with it. That little paper just, I don't know, it talks about how many years of UV protection it gives you. So every X number of years, I guess we should technically all be replacing our one-touch cases, but how many of us do? Probably not many of us. I mean, I don't usually. I mean, once mine's in the One Touch, honestly, usually just leave it there. But all those cases do tell you they're good for however many years, and most of them I think are like 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. So they're trying to get us to spend more money, change out our cases, but I don't think we do it. What are you asking me there, Greg? About the what sparkle ones? You got a Jared Goff out of, you mean like, well, there's, I think it's just called Sparkle, right? Are you, for some reason, why was I thinking that was in Topps? I was thinking that in Bowman we've got the Sparkle pattern in there. Did we have Sparkle in here? I don't, Greg, I don't know. I can't think what card. You'll have to send me a picture of it, man. I can't think what card you're talking about. You're not talking about, are you talking about out of Optic? Is it a Velocity? Because Velocity can come in different colors. But I don't know if it is out of Optic. So it's probably something Velocity, I imagine, but I can't really envision the card specifically that you're talking about. So you might have to send me, you might have, oh, you said it's the, oh, it's just the Illusions insert? Yeah, that might just be, we haven't seen one go by yet tonight, but when I see one, I'll point it out. It's just an insert. It's just an Illusions insert. Jay Allen, you're switching out some of your top loaders because some of your older ones have gotten like yellowed or brown or whatever with age. Yeah, of course, for sure. That can happen with any kind of plastic. Yeah, you definitely have that come about at times. Most of mine don't really see light anyway because I've got them, well, not all of them. I've got a lot of the hits in storage boxes, like actual card storage boxes, not like moving type boxes. So a lot of mine are in that, but not all of them are. Deron Payne, Redskins to $2.99. Here's another downtown. We're back in business with our downtown inserts. Arizona Cardinals and Josh Rosen. Had some good downtowns tonight, and not all players that you pull every single time. So far, so good. Jordan, you think our redemption's going to be for the Dolphins? You think it's going to be Kalen Ballage? Could be. Could be. He does come out of things fairly often. I have not paid attention to how often we've pulled him out of Optic, but of course he was pretty prominent, and especially in the early 2018 football products. There's a nice hit for my Steelers. It is Jalen Samuels. That's hard signed, numbered to 50 with the red parallel. So the red parallels that are unsigned, like this one, are to 99. When they're signed, they are to 50. Just FYI. One of many confusing things that Panini does. You know, kind of with Topps, if it's like one color is numbered to something, that's just what it's numbered to, signed or otherwise, but not so with Panini. Jamon Moore for the Packers went by, numbered to 149. Oh, really? So you said yours have also been in boxes for years with no sunlight, and they've still turned brown, huh? Mason Rudolph, rated rookie to $2.99. Brandon, you said you don't see any one of ones on eBay. Do you mean any one of one downtown inserts for any player? I'm assuming is what you mean. Marquise Goodwin to $1.99. The Raiders, Marshawn Lynch, $2.99. Try checking completed auctions. Mike White refractor for the Cowboys. There's a Matt Stafford refractor for the Lions. Another Eagles. Oh, but that one's Nick Foles. That's nice for the Champus here insert. For Philly, Alex Collins and the Ravens. Yeah, try checking completed auctions. I'm sure somebody else has pulled a downtown 1 of 1 by now. I mean, we've been opening Optic for what? A few weeks now anyway. I would think that someone would have that by now. Oh, Jay Allen, I read this today too, Beckett, again. I didn't realize that the Nolan Gorman 1 of 1 has come out of, was it out of draft? I guess it was out of draft. And already sold for $15,000. I mean, the guy has never played an inning of Major League Ball, and that 1 of 1 sold for $15K. I didn't realize it had been pulled, though. That one went by me, and I didn't know it. So, yeah, Brandon, none in completed auctions either. I mean, there's not going to be a ton of them, obviously, because there's only 1 of each player possible in the Downtown Insert series. I haven't looked to see how many players there are on the Downtown cards, but I don't think there's that many different players. What, probably a couple dozen, maybe? You'd have to look up and see how many different Downtown Insert players there are, and then that would tell you how many possible 1 of 1s there are. Yeah, Greg, I mean, I was really surprised that it brought that much money. I mean, the superfractors of any player in Bowman, any 1 of 1, first Bowman, for any player in Bowman is going to bring several $1,000s. Kind of, I don't care who it is, if you sell it right when you pull it. But, I mean, this guy does have a lot of upside. But I was shocked that when I saw it went for $15,000. No way did I think it would have hit $15K. I mean, it was crazy. You saw a Russell Wilson that went for $350. See, I would think that Tom Brady, I would think, and I may be way off base, I would think that Tom Brady Downtown 1 of 1 is like a $500 card. If Russell Wilson went for $350, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm shooting it on the high side, but I would have thought every bit of $500 on that. So I don't know. Johnny Man, we do need to try to find some Jags for you, don't we? We haven't found one yet. We still have a little ways to go, of course. The box in hand, and then 4 more boxes back behind, and a redemption as well. So we got a little ways to go yet. For the Vikings, that's to 199. Legend Series. But yeah, that's the thing about Optic. You know, there's not as many autographs in this particular product, so it's not quite as many hits as some of our products have. Makes it a little bit harder to hit who you're after occasionally. Explosive insert, that is Antonio Brown for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Fans of the game, Chris Evans goes to the Patriots because it's the Patriots that he's a fan of. Ratley to 149 for the Browns. Herndon and the Jets. And Leonard Williams and the Jets. Johnny, this is your first break ever? Like ever in with football cards at all? Well, we really need to kind of get it ramped up then, don't we? We don't want you to go home empty-handed in your first break ever. Of course, you're going to get cards, obviously. You're going to have, there's been plenty of cards go by, I'm sure, for your team, but I know you'd like to get something, get a hit in here, so let's see if we can't find you something, hopefully. Quentin Nelson, this is Teal Velocity for the Colts, and those are not numbered, but they also don't come out like a massive amount. Can be anywhere from 1 or 2 up to maybe 3 or 4 in a case. Not a ton of them anyway. Yes, your first break out of all cards. Okay, well, Well, welcome, first of all, Johnny. It's good to have you. I hope that I hope you're having fun, and I know it will be more fun if we can find a hit for you. So we're gonna try. We're gonna try to do that for you tonight. Minka Fitzpatrick. That is a sticker auto. It is purple parallel, numbered to 35 for the Miami Dolphins. So Dolphins on board, numbered to 99. There's your man Jared Goff for the Rams. See if he can bring it home for you on Sunday if you're a Rams fan. Robbie Anderson to 299. Jets for the Packers. Jair Alexander to 299. Then to 199, Larry Fitzgerald and the Arizona Cardinals. Jared Goff, parallel, or refractor, rather, for the Rams. Why did I say parallel? I don't know. I'm crazy. That's why. Jay Allen, we need to work on your Titans, too. I know we do. I know. We gotta try to get your Titans home. You said the very first break you were in, Jay Allen, you got a Vikings mini of Adrian Peterson, and then you were hooked. Well, that would do it. Yeah, that would do it, man, for sure. For sure. I think it definitely helps if you hit the very first break you're in, but it does send you down that rabbit hole of permanent addiction, I think. I will say that. But you know, we have, I'm in Kentucky, of course, and we have a lot of horse people around here. And a couple of generations of the Madden family, horse people. They don't really do much in the business anymore. I mean, their son Patrick became a developer and sold a bunch of the farm and made it into like strip malls and stuff like that. But before that, his dad and then his grandfather, Patrick's father and grandfather, both big time into the horse business. And it's Pat's dad, I just always called him Mr. Madden. But anyway, so Mr. Madden, I used to have occasion to see him when I worked on some charity stuff around Derby time every year. His name was Preston Madden. We called him Presto or Mr. Madden. So whenever Preston would have somebody come in that had never been to the races before or never bet on the horses before, he would take them to the track, our local track, Keeneland, when it was running live, and he would tell them, you know, I'm going to show you how easy this game is. I'm going to show you how much fun it is and how easy it is to win. He said, I'm going to go up to the counter right now, and I'm going to buy a ticket for the winning horse, and after the race, I'm going to give you the ticket, and I'm going to let you cash it. And it's like, it's so easy, I know who's going to win. So he would, unbeknownst to the person that was with him, he would go up and buy a ticket, a win ticket, on each printed on a separate ticket for every single horse in the race. So that the person after the race, he could take the ticket out of his pocket and hand it to him and say, see, I told you, it's such an easy game. It says Royce Freeman to 199 for the Broncos. And so that was his favorite story to tell, because he said that always instantly got everyone hooked that he ever took to the track, because it's that first taste of winning that just, you know, once you have the taste for it, oh, it never goes away. I think card breaks, guys, are the same way. For those of you who don't know yet, card breaks are the same way. Greg, I think this is what you're talking about, this insert right here. If this is what I believe you have, and it is out of Illusions, as you see down there. It's just an insert. I mean, it's just a prism insert for Illusions. So if you have, whoever you said, Jared Goff, I mean, I would just describe it as Optic Illusions insert. That's how I would describe it. I don't know if somebody else would describe it a different way or not, but anyway. So Greg, you said your first break, Ryan Howard was hot. That is to 299, Larry Fitzgerald. And to 299, Cam Newton for the Panthers. And another black velocity for the Bengals. We had one for them earlier. We've got Joe Mixon headed your way now if you've got Cincinnati, numbered to 25. You hit a numbered Cal Ripken autograph, triple threads to 20. Well, Greg, that would have gotten me hooked. I think that'd get anybody hooked too. That's you guys had some awesome first breaks. I was probably not so lucky with mine. Yeah, I don't think I was probably hitting, like spending $50 to buy in and hitting a card worth 50 cents for a good long while. This is Jalen Samuels for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is teal velocity. But to tell you the truth, I didn't even care. I loved it instantly. I mean, as soon as I got involved with breaks on either side of the table, this side or the bidding side, I instantly loved them. And I have been in love with them ever since. For the Bengals, Auden Tate to 99. So, I didn't even have to hit big winners right away to be hooked. I was just like, oh, this is awesome, and I love it. So, there you go. Brandon, what did you say? You said, what is what? You said, what is that? And then you said, oh, but I don't know what the question was. You got to help me out, brother. You got to type in more info. My brain processes things slowly. Brandon, you said, oh, you must be talking about the illusion insert. You said a 1 of 1 Tom Brady went for 250. Bradley Chubb rated rookie to 299 Broncos. So you were talking about the pink illusions, maybe? Mark Walton rated rookie prism for the Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals. I see the Bills have a hit on the horizon with Ray McLeod numbered to 99. That one is also a sticker. Look at that. I was trying to stack Ray over there with the prisms that weren't hits. Sorry there, Ray McLeod. Trying to put him in the wrong stack, didn't I? Poor guy. Johnny, you like the Kansas City Chiefs, but you went with the Jags in here. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Sometimes you can't, just depending on what the price is and what the hits are. I mean, some products you can there's more hits for teams other than maybe your favorite team. So there's lots of factors that go into it. Or if you're buying to resell versus for your personal collection, then a lot of times you're probably going to be diversifying into other teams. These guys can tell you about that. But I love your little quarterback, Johnny. I absolutely adore watching Patrick Mahomes play. I mean, that guy just does stuff that's insane. You just think there's no way that's going to work. And the next thing you know, touchdown. It's awesome. Love watching him play. Latch is here. Hey, Latch. How's it going? Who did you have last night in basketball? I don't remember. You were in Dominion, right? Not in Prism. Dominion, I already shipped out today, believe it or not. I know, right? You proud of me? I was hustling from the early bell this morning. I got a lot of breaks out, including Dominion from last night, but I didn't get Prism out. I didn't have time to get that one done. Oh, Brandon, you got excited on that other Tom Brady. Yeah, I did kind of probably build up the suspense there, didn't I? Because I was holding it to show Greg to ask if that's the card set he was asking about. I could see how you would look up and think that I had, held that one out as a separate big hit. So that might be a little bit on me too. Sorry, man. Sorry about that. Yeah, Johnny, Jay Allen's got some good advice for you there, too. He's saying to go to the checklist. And you may or may not know this already, Johnny, but there's a couple of different ways you can do it. Of course, you can go to the Panini's website, and they have a checklist. You can go to Topps website, and they have a checklist. But the easiest way to do it, usually, is to go to a site that does everything in aggregate, that will break it down by teams, break your hits down by team. And one of the better sites that does that, in my opinion, is called Group Break Checklists with an S on the end. So groupbreakchecklists.com does that. There's an Aaron Rodgers MVP insert. There's also Break Ninja and other websites that do it as well. But basically, they'll go through the Panini website or the Topps website, and they'll pull out all of the possible autograph and relic hits, and then they'll break them down and list them by team. This is Mark Andrews. That is numbered to 50. It's a sticker, red parallel, Ravens. So from that, it's to 149 for the Giants. You can kind of get an overview to 299 Patriots, like how many hits, for instance, are there in this product for your Jags versus, maybe how many hits are there for the Chiefs or whatever the case might be. So it can really come in handy if you start kind of digging into that, but it definitely, there is definitely a little bit of work aspect to it, I guess, in that sense. If you deep dive into it. Tremaine Edmonds to 149 for the Bills. So, but if it's for your own collection, it's just for fun, it's to 299 Darius Geis, then you might not care as much. But just, not everybody is familiar with those options. So every once in a while, I like to remind people that that's out there as a resource if you're so inclined. That was a refractor for the Dolphins. Latchman, you said you don't know, you don't know who you had last night. I don't remember either. I shipped a lot of breaks today. Quite a few went out today. Jamon Moore and the Packers is another rated rookie refractor or prism for Josh Rosen. Yeah, it was another one of those nights where I didn't sleep really well, so I was up late and I got up early and I got a lot done. To 199 for the Saints. And when that happens, you guys are the beneficiary because your stuff gets out the door faster. So, how about that? Good for you, bad for me because I'm tired. but good for you anyway. Oh, you had already gone to look at the checklist? Yes, all right, cool. And there are definitely some Jags cards in here for sure. So, and there sounds like there are some that you would like to hit. So we're still trying to find them. I haven't given up on you. We have got, of course, the box coming out of packs right now. The one box in behind that. And then we've got one redemption left to flip over as well. Let's see what we can find. You were asking tomorrow, are the Cardinals better than Detroit for Bowman draft? Not really. You've got Casey Mize in for the Tigers. And, of course, he was the #1 overall draft pick out of the 2018 Major League Draft. So Casey Mize is an excellent hit for the Tigers. But then again, if you go Cardinals, you've got Nolan Gorman. You weren't on here a minute ago, but we were talking about the fact that the Gorman 1/1 has come out already, and it sold for $15,000. So if that makes a difference to you, the Gorman 1/1 is gone. I don't know if the Casey Mize 1/1 has been hit or not, but any Nolan Gorman out of there is probably, if you hit it, just even an unnumbered base autograph for Nolan Gorman is probably a few $100. I haven't looked to see what Casey Mize is selling for, but I can tell you as the #1 overall draft pick, he's going to be good. He's a pitcher. I wouldn't sell him right away anyway if it were me, but either one of those teams I think would be fine. Yeah, see, Johnny, I told you, it's easy to get hooked, isn't it? It is. It is so easy to get hooked. Because it's everything you love about playing the stock market and playing the lottery and collecting things all kind of rolled into one. Because you can have investment cards, you know, if you play, like, especially baseball when you're doing the minor leaguers and kind of prospecting. And there's so many aspects of card collecting, and breaking makes them all that much more fun. I love it. All right. Who are we going to find in here? We need to find the Titans for Jay Allen. We need to find a Jag for Johnny Man. That is, sorry guys. Yeah, apparently, you know, I just need to randomly choke for no apparent reason. Titan was to 199. And who else do we still need to find something for? There's a couple other of you that have requests in. But guess what? Guess what we just found? Oh, yes, friends. We got ourselves a Baker Mayfield rated rookie to 125 for the Cleveland Browns. Hoo-yah. And look at that. It's a little bit bigger than he signs. You know, he's got that tiny, tiny little microscopic signature, and it's a little bit bigger on that one. So that kind of makes me happy, too. Numbered to 99, Jordan Howard and the Bears. So Baker Mayfield and the Browns, nice hit. That should have been our last box mojo, right? Instead it came out our next to last box. Eli Manning, Giants. To 299, Justin Jackson and the Chargers. To 299, Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. What did you say about Auburn War Eagles? What's going on over there, Brandon? Oh, you like football. You like football and basketball, Johnny. Well, you know what? We've got we do a pretty good amount of basketball around here, and we've actually got a new basketball product coming out on Wednesday. If you're just getting into this, you may or may not know this already, but most of the new products for trading cards come out on Wednesday. And sometimes they'll put some out on Friday as well, but Wednesdays are usually the new release days, and sometimes Fridays. We have a little green parallel to 5 for the Texans with Jordan Akins. So that's our lowest numbered hit out of this box so far. Oh, Casey Mize is from Auburn. You know what? See, I had forgotten that we were talking about Casey Mize already. It's to 199 in the Jets. I told you guys, man, it's like a form of ADD. I don't retain it. This is for the Rams Illusions insert. Like it just goes, I say it, and it goes in, goes right back out, and then I've forgotten that we were talking about it. MVP for the Chargers, LaDainian Tomlinson. Now I get why you typed in War Eagles. I'm a little slow. I know what you're thinking. Don't say it. Be nice. Don't say it out loud. Jordan Lasley, rated rookie for the Ravens. And that is a little Deion Kane prism for the Colts. Now it is last box mojo time. We're going to get all of our other things up there ready to go. And let's get last box mojo going. Although, we've had pretty good mojo so far. We pulled a lot of downtowns. We've pulled a one-of-one Tom Brady. We pulled a Baker Mayfield. As far as optic cases go, well, this has been pretty good. So we've got to try to get a little bit more in here, though. Oh, you got a Casey Mize already, a Blue Wave auto. Well, if you've already got the Casey Mize, then yeah, go for the Cardinals. Because definitely you can do well with the Cardinals if you get Nolan Gorman. I will also tell you, you all have probably all already noticed this, but the Tampa Bay Rays hit like crazy out of Bowman draft this year. I don't think we had any breaks where we didn't have multiple Tampa Bay Rays. I mean, I don't really think we have. They come out in droves. And you got some good guys over there for the Rays, too. So, the Royals have been coming out pretty well out of Bowman Draft. Padres usually do fairly well, but Fernando Tatis has been hard to hit, though, for the Padres. A lot of the other Padres are coming out, but it's been hard to pull him so far. Of course, Blue Jays, if you happen to pull, you know, Baby Vlad or Bo Bichette or some of those guys, but I would think purely between the Cardinals and the Tigers, if you've already got the Casey Mize, might as well go for the Cardinals. That's what I'm saying. All right. Jay Allen, you think your 1 of 1 is in this last box. Greg all of a sudden randomly thinks that Eli Manning should retire and sell insurance. We must have had an Eli Manning card go by that I don't remember. But I don't disagree with you, Greg. I don't know about the selling insurance part. But I do think it's probably about time for him to retire. I do think that. Johnny, we are trying to conjure up some Jags mojo for you too. Let's see what we can do, what we can find in here. All right. So we have Kansas City Chiefs, Sammy Watkins to $2.99. An explosive insert, that is Alvin Kamara and the Saints. We get one more downtown, and it's Bradley Chubb for the Broncos. Nice little hit there. Broncos have actually had pretty good break so far, I think. Refractor, prism, whatever you want to call it for the Broncos. For the Saints to $2.99 to $1.99. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling and the Packers. And we're still going. Still trucking here. To $99, Larry Fitzgerald and the Cardinals. Uh-oh, Latch, are they harassing you? What are they harassing you about? Oh, not you, Eli Manning. You're saying they're harassing Eli Manning. See, again, takes me a minute to process things. Ay. That is Tyler Conklin and the Vikings. I thought that said, leave me alone. But that's not what it says. It says, leave the old man alone. That is the $2.99 for the Colts. Ay. Yeah, I know. Here's the problem, really. I was tired. I had an extra Red Bull. I'm not going to deny it. I had another Red Bull right before the break. It's probably just shot me right over the edge. Now my brain has stopped processing things. And our last live hit in the product is also for the Browns. That is to $99 with Ratley. And that's our last live hit, autograph hit. However, we do still have the redemption left, and that could be for some, well, it's going to be for somebody's team, so it could be for your team. We don't know. We'll find out here shortly. To $99, Bo Scarborough and the Dallas Cowboys. And what else? There is a Prism Robbie Anderson for the Jets. Okay, so now it's going to be recap time in a minute, but before it is recap time, we've got to flip over our redemption and find out who it is. Who's our lucky player on the other side of our redemption card here? Okay, are we ready? It is Bradley Chubb. Wow, Broncos really did kind of crush it. It is rated rookie red, no less. Oh, Jay Allen, I did not call Latchman old. I told you guys what happened. I'm not calling you old, Latch. I'm older than all of you, by the way. So I'm not going to be calling anybody old. I imagine that I am older than every single one of you. You just wouldn't know it by the way that I act, but yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact, I think. All right, let's go verify this one, guys. We are headed to Rated Rookie Autograph. Red is our card set. So let's roll our happy selves over here to the Panini checklist and see what's up. You will note that I already had us up to Optic. Oh, I'm slick tonight, aren't I? Tricky. So let's get down here to Rated Rookie Autograph Red. And it is card number, I wrote Browns on there. Why did I write Browns on there? I know it's the Broncos. I sat right there and wrote Browns on the thing. Said Broncos, wrote Browns. Told you, too much Red Bull. Too much Red Bull. Fix that right now. Dummy me. Card number 169. 169. Bradley Chubb, where are you? There you are. Denver Broncos. It will be numbered to 50. I am fixing the team name. That's, yeah, see, there's one good reason I should write on the sleeve, which I did, thankfully, not the card, because big dummy me said one team and wrote another. Woohoo! Do brain and hand connect? Not always. Okay. Oh, you guys I just now looked over there and saw that. You said, oh, that's funny. Like 3 of you typed in, it says Browns, not Broncos. I didn't even see it till just now. But yeah, I caught it myself, actually. I wasn't looking at chat when I went to the checklist, but when I looked down to getting ready to write the number, I was like, why in the heck did I write Browns on there? Said Broncos, wrote Browns. Yeah, one of those days. Okay. Oh, tomorrow's your birthday, Latch? All right, well, happy birthday to you. I just knocked myself out of my chat, too. Daggone it. I hit something. So, to recap, our downtown cards, Bradley Chubb and the Broncos, who, as a matter of fact, have ended up having a good break for themselves tonight. Josh Rosen, Cardinals. Anthony Miller for the Bears. The Broncos again with a Bradley Chubb. Then the Falcons with Calvin Ridley. And the Browns with Baker Mayfield. Tomorrow is Latchman's birthday. Happy birthday to you a day early, 1 day in advance. Actually, not even a whole day in advance because it's almost midnight, like 57 minutes in advance. For the Texans, it is Jordan Akins, numbered to 5. Teal Velocity Jalen Samuels, unnumbered for the Steelers. Black Velocity Joe Mixon to 25, Bengals. A Teal Velocity Quentin Nelson for the Colts, unnumbered. And a Black Velocity to 25, Malik Jefferson, also for the Bengals. Then we have for the Broncos, yeah, I fixed it. Here's the old one. I fixed it. For the Broncos, it is Bradley Chubb Redemption. Red parallel will be numbered to 50 when you get it. For the Browns, Ratley, that is numbered to 99. For the Browns, the big man, the big hit for the Browns, it's Baker Mayfield to 125. Mark Andrews and the Ravens, that one is a sticker. It's to 50. For the Bills, Ray McLeod to 99, also a sticker. For the Dolphins, Minkah Fitzpatrick, purple parallel to 35, a sticker. Jalen Samuels, red to 50, Pittsburgh Steelers. Traquan Smith, Saints to 75. Rashad Penny, prism base, autograph to 99, Seahawks. Our case hit is Royce Freeman for the Broncos, numbered to 35. And then you have another hit for the Seahawks, Alex McGough to 75. This was a nice one for the Packers, Marquez Valdez Scantling. That's the black parallel to 25. And then the big dog, look at that. Look at that. Tom Brady, downtown, 1 of 1. Yes, indeed. That one is a nice one. You'll have to come back and let us know, Brandon, what you get for that one if you sell it. I'm assuming you're selling it. You'll have to let us know what you get for that one. I had thought maybe 500, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being optimistic, but that's kind of what I was thinking. Okay, now that's our break for tonight, but I am going to put up spreadsheet information one more time. Anybody that might have missed it, we'll take a look here real quickly at anticipated shipping dates, and then we'll take a look at the breaks that are coming up in the days ahead. So once again, please remember there is no mail service on Monday for Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. So here's what that means. Any labels that I print on Saturday, from Saturday after probably about 2 o'clock, anything I would print Saturday afternoon or evening, Sunday or Monday, well, none of it would be picked up until Tuesday. So even though you may see a label print and see a tracking number and all that, it would actually have Tuesday's date on it, and you won't, see the tracking move until Tuesday. So that's Optic. We should get out the door on Tuesday. The mini helmets should be on the way to you no later than Friday a week from today, because that's a free shipping break. But usually the free shipping stuff goes out a little sooner than a week, but I always say a week to be on the safe side. And of course, consolation cards. Nobody has to worry about that in Optic. Every team pull cards in Optic. But if you're in the mini helmet break and your team didn't pull a card, or didn't pull the helmet rather, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year in any series. I keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. Normally in the free shipping breaks, I just simply hang on to those consolation cards until the next time you have a package shipped. Then I gather up any that you're due, send them out all at once. If you don't want to wait and you want that consolation card sent right away, you only need to let me know. Send me a message on eBay. We will get you taken care of. Stuff that's coming up in the next few days. That's what we're taking a look at right now. So Bowman Draft Jumbo. We're going to do a full case tomorrow night. We've been doing half cases and having all the cards shipped. Tomorrow night is a full case. Paper Base does not ship to the teams. Paper Base has its own bidding spot. What does go to the teams? Chrome cards, numbered cards, autograph cards, inserts, and parallels. Sunday is an off night, but we're going to make up for it on Monday with 4 awesome breaks. We'll do a 12-pack box, which is the same as a case of Gold Rush Gem Mint basketball. Then we'll do a 10-box case of Leaf Best of Football, a 12-box case of Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball, and then we'll wrap things up on Monday night with Bowman's Best Baseball with the last case of that that we have. On Tuesday, we'll be opening a Hit Parade Triple Play baseball box, and that will have 3 autographed items in it, a jersey, a baseball, and a photograph, and then a full case of Contenders football. On Wednesday, we're looking at the back half of the case of autographed mini helmets that we started tonight. We'll finish it up on Wednesday. We'll do a 6th case of Leaf Best of Football on Wednesday, and our first case of Crown Royal Basketball will be Wednesday as well, because that is its release day. So I think that's all the news to use there. And Latch and Jay Allen, you guys are out. Brandon's out. Johnny, you're asking if random player breaks are good player. Are random player good breaks? Are you saying, let me make sure I understand your question, Johnny. You know I'm a little slow sometimes. I freely admit it. So there are player breaks and there are team breaks. I think what you're asking me is, are player breaks good breaks to buy into? If that's what you're asking me, it's just a different way to break. It's not better or worse or good or bad necessarily. It's just different. So like where we opened Optic tonight, and let's say that, we don't have to, let's say you did have the Jags. So in a team break, you're going to get every single card that comes out for the Jags, whether, whatever it is, it's headed to you. So in a player break, you're only going to get the cards for that specific player. So it's harder to hit a player break often, as you might imagine. It's easier to hit cards for the whole team than it is for one individual player. However, they can also sometimes be less expensive per player because you are tied to just that one player. Does that make sense? So, that's the way that I view it. I think it's harder to hit, but it is less expensive to buy into. So if there's only one player that you like and you don't like anybody else on the team, then, maybe it makes sense for you in that regard. But team breaks will usually give you better odds, but they may also cost you more money. That's kind of my assessment of it. So that's how unless now there are certain products, I will give you this caveat. There are certain products that don't have a very big checklist at all. So if a product like Onyx, for instance, they put out a line of autographed baseballs and autographed memorabilia and different things, and their whole checklist sometimes is only 25 players, 30 players, and it doesn't even cover all the teams. Those 25 or 30 players might only represent 15 or 17 teams. So in that case, yeah, I think a player break makes fine sense because it's a very small, limited checklist. But when you're in a product like this, like we broke tonight, where, each individual team probably has multiple players and there's hundreds and thousands of possible hits, then a team break might be better odds. That makes sense? So, anyway. And Brandon says, oh, it's no good. You pay more for less. Well, see, there is that way of looking at it, too. Everybody's got their own kind of feel for it. But, the thing I would say, Johnny, is check some of them out. Like most people who break on eBay will have somewhere in their description where you can go to watch their breaks. So just find whoever you're looking at that's doing a player break. I know Rain Whisker does a lot. I don't know if that's who you're looking at or somebody else, but you can always go to their YouTube channel or wherever they post their older videos and just watch some of the player breaks, and you can kind of get a feel for what might be coming out and if it looks like it's your cup of tea or not. That's what I would probably do if I were you. And you said you think you got around 20 cards in this break. That's probably about right. I'm trying to think how many cards are in this whole case. I really don't remember how many cards are in the case, but let's see. Does it tell me on here anywhere? Yeah, it does. Okay, so there's, let's do a little math. We'll do a little math and see if that's higher, above or below or at the average. So we have 960 cards in total in this case that we just opened. So if I divided that by the 32 teams, the average number of cards would be 30. So of course, some teams probably got more than 30. Some teams probably got less than 30. But if you got somewhere near that, then you're probably running about average as far as, total number of cards divided by total number of teams, something like that. So anyway, so I think that's it for me tonight then, guys and gals. So thank you all for joining me, spending part of your Friday evening with me. We'll be back at it tomorrow night with that big case, full case of Bowman Draft. It'll take us a couple hours to get through that probably. But that's okay. It's the only thing we're doing and we'll have some fun with it. So we'll spend all the bad weather. We won't go outside. We'll stay inside and break cards and be happier. Yay. All right, all. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Have a great night, and we will catch you the next time. Bye now.